What if I told you the United States is quietly stacking Bitcoin? The same way it stacked gold after World War II. This isn't a conspiracy. It's a strategic move, and it's already happening. From government wallets to mining partnerships and public-private deals, the writing is on the blockchain. But the question isn't, is the US buying Bitcoin? It's why and what happens next. Because if they're treating Bitcoin like a digital reserve asset, then this is your window to front-run a nation. Let's break it down. Section 1. What is a strategic reserve? Every country builds reserves to protect itself. Oil, gold, foreign currencies. Strategic reserves are stockpiles that governments can tap into during emergencies, economic collapse, war, financial instability. For decades, gold was the ultimate reserve. But in the digital age, something new is emerging. Bitcoin. Why? Because unlike fiat currencies, Bitcoin isn't controlled by any central bank. It's limited, decentralized, and borderless. That's why countries like El Salvador, institutions like BlackRock, and yes, even governments like the US are paying attention. They're realizing that Bitcoin is programmable gold, and whoever controls enough of it controls future leverage. Section 2. The US already holds Bitcoin. Most people don't know this, but the US government is already one of the largest holders of Bitcoin in the world. How? Not through buying, but through seizures. From Silk Road takedowns to criminal investigations, the Department of Justice and US Marshals Service have quietly amassed over 200,000 BTC, worth billions. That's more than Tesla or MicroStrategy. And while some of it gets auctioned off, a large chunk remains in government wallets. Tracked, controlled, unmoved. So why hold it? Because it's not just seized crypto. It's strategic leverage. Section 3. Mining, regulation, and influence. Beyond holdings, the US is strategically moving into Bitcoin mining. States like Texas and Wyoming are becoming mining hubs, with lawmakers actively supporting pro-Bitcoin legislation. Meanwhile, companies like Marathon Digital and Riot Platforms, both US-based, are expanding operations fast. Why does that matter? Because mining equals influence. The more Bitcoin the US can mine, the more say it has in the global hash rate. In short, it's positioning itself to control part of Bitcoin's infrastructure, just like it did with the internet. And with regulatory frameworks slowly forming, like the Lummis-Gillibrand bill, the US is setting the stage to legitimize Bitcoin at a national level, without banning it. That's not rejection, that's adoption. Quiet, strategic, powerful. If this is opening your eyes, hit that like button and subscribe. We've got way more strategic crypto breakdowns coming. And trust me, you don't want to miss what's next. Also, here's a quick plug. If you're serious about stacking Bitcoin passively, there's one tool we recommend. The Gemini credit card lets you earn Bitcoin automatically every time you spend. No points, no nonsense. You swipe, you earn crypto. And right now, if you use our referral link below, you'll get $50 in Bitcoin after your first purchase. It's like getting paid in BTC for your morning coffee. Seriously, don't leave that money on the table. Check the link and stack while you spend. Now, back to the bigger picture. Section 4. Historical parallels. Now, inflation is rising, trust is fading, and the global financial order is shifting. So what's the new play? Many believe the US is preparing to use Bitcoin as a 21st century reserve hedge, not to replace the dollar, but to strengthen it in a digital economy, just like it once used gold. And if that happens, BTC isn't just going up in price, it becomes geopolitical infrastructure. Section 5. The global game. Other countries see this coming too. China banned Bitcoin mining, but it hasn't stopped individual citizens or companies. Russia is exploring crypto for international trade. Latin American nations are leaning into Bitcoin to escape dollar dependence. So the US can't afford to ignore this. In fact, by holding Bitcoin, regulating it smartly, and integrating it into its financial stack, the US could gain first-mover advantage as the world transitions to digital value. It's not about day trading. It's not even about profits. It's about positioning and power. And the best part? Retail investors, like you, have access to the same asset class as sovereign nations. That's never happened before. So is the US buying Bitcoin like gold? Not in headlines, not with press conferences, but through actions, seizures, mining, regulation, infrastructure. The question is no longer if Bitcoin is strategic. It's how much of it you want before the game changes forever. Because if Bitcoin becomes part of the next global reserve system, every sat you hold becomes exponentially more valuable. You're not just investing, you're front-running the future. If this gave you a new perspective, leave a comment and let us know. Are you stacking BTC? Do you think the US is playing the long game? Let's talk. And don't forget, use the Gemini link below to earn $50 in Bitcoin for free. Stack smarter, stack sooner. This is Xupra Capital, and we're just getting started. Thanks for watching. If you made it this far, you're ahead of 99% of people just scrolling aimlessly. Remember, we don't sell hype. We break down real strategies for building wealth in the new financial era. Subscribe now if you want to stay early, because in crypto, early is everything. And again, if you haven't yet, check out the Gemini credit card with our referral link in the description. Spend like normal, earn Bitcoin, and claim your $50 bonus after your first purchase. It's an easy win. Everything you need is in the description. Until next time, stay sharp, stay early. This is Xupra Capital. This content is for educational purposes only and does not constitute financial advice. Crypto investing is risky. Always do your own research. We are not responsible for any decisions or losses made based on this content.